First of all, thank you, thank you, thank you. In the midst of this pandemic and this crazy world that we're all a part of right now, we're delighted to welcome each and every one of you. We certainly are most honored to welcome you all to America's Future Series Joint Pitch Day here in the year 2020, and certainly a little different than in years past due to the pandemic, but we certainly appreciate you being with us virtually. We've got a great day planned. Believe me, we do. Some great stuff coming up, some incredible gentlemen that are going to be alongside, and we are really pleased that you're a part of our special team on this Monday. My name is Scott Murray, and I have served as a television sports anchor for 30 years here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and most proud to also be a member of the advisory board of the America's Future Series. I now have a television production company and virtual broadcast company with my son and business partner, and we're at Murray Media Studio Anchor Desk today, and that's where we'll be throughout the day. If we can ever help you out, simply go to our website, murraymedia.net. Again, that's murraymedia.net. Check it out today, and I'm sure that there's some particular item that you say, you know what, I want to be a part of that. So we certainly hope that we can be a part of your life in the years ahead. Alongside with me on the anchor desk is a long time friend. He's the one that got me involved with the America's Future Series back in the late 50s. Well, really not that long ago, but it has been a long time, and he's become a dear friend. His name is David Hamilton, and the reason he is alongside of me is because he is the founder and the CEO of America's Future Series. Welcome, my friend, on this Monday. How you doing?
Very good.
Well, we're maskless, but we're still 6 feet away.
At least 6 feet away.
And doing our social distancing on this Monday. But I'm delighted and most proud to be a part of all the people that we're about to introduce to everybody out there. So thank you for this opportunity again.
Well, thank you for doing this. Thank you for hosting us at Murray Media Studios. I want you all to know that they do a fantastic job with everything related to video production, to hosting these kinds of events, putting them out on the web. They do these for other people other than ourselves. They actually do it for a living.
And now the virtual world, right?
Yeah, the virtual, and they mostly do it for free for us because they support us so much. So I want to say thanks for all your contributions and your support.
And my son Doug. So we really appreciate and most honored to be a part of it. Anything to do with the military, as you well know, very quickly we went to Pearl Harbor on the 75th anniversary. We were there on the 75th anniversary, and we were in Normandy on the 70th anniversary with two dozen World War II vets. And that was the bucket list trip of a lifetime. And we both won an Emmy, as a matter of fact, for the documentary we put together. So anything to do with the military, Doug and I are there.
So yeah, Doug and Scott have been longtime supporters of philanthropy in general, but military philanthropy very specifically, supporting anything our military does, not only just philanthropy, but helping with career transition, events like this, et cetera, the work that we do. And I'm a big fan of Scott and Doug and all the support that you give. And before COVID, Scott was doing 500-600 live events a year. And it's calmed down a little bit for him, but now it's all virtual. And so you guys have really pivoted well. Very happy.
Well, thank you. Thank you, David.
For you guys. So Scott, appreciate this. I guess we should thank some folks, give a little bit of a shout out to the people that put this on, but please look in your chat. If you're in the chat room, you'll be seeing some chat information, links to information. If you have a friend who is having trouble getting in for whatever reason, just signed on. We're having people register as we speak. And what you might do, if you wouldn't mind, we'd really appreciate your help promoting the fact that you're here with us. So if you would go out onto social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, et cetera, encourage your friends to come. They can still register and log in. And my son, Max, is working back in the booth. He will send them a message and give them the links that they need. And on our event, on our webpage that's Scott mentioned, the America's Future Series, there is a specific page called Events and Access Information. Just under Events, you'll see this one page, and it has all the links. It has the links to this main room, and then all the various hospitality suites and things like that that we're going to have where people can mix and mingle and connect a little bit. All that information with a link to take you directly into those Zoom links are there. And then, by the way, in the background, we have Abby Sumandal, who is helping us, and Justin here, who are helping us with all things related to video teleconferencing. So if we have a problem, we have experts, and they will make sure that you have everything you need. So I'd like to turn it back over to Scott, and we'll talk a little bit more about the day.
Well, I tell you what, first thing I want to do, though, as you well know, like I look right behind me, we already gave a good plug to our company, Murray Media, but Raytheon Technologies. Incredible number of people and supporters. And as I always like to, all those years in sports, I talk about team members. Yeah. And boy, have you got some team members. It's unbelievable, some of the people that we have garnered thanks to your.
So Raytheon is a huge supporter, has been over the years. Dr. Kennedy is someone we'd honored for his support of the military with our 5-star award. Their group, Craig, run by Craig Cares, et cetera, does a fantastic job, and they've stepped up, and they are a title sponsor. And so they're the primary reason we're able to put on these 3 events.
Well, there are some other ones here that I'd like to make note of, David. Some incredible folks. We thank them all. Raytheon, as David just mentioned, Bell, NCI, City of Frisco, Valiant, excuse me, Valiant Defense Systems, NSIN, and Jim Raybuck, Cohesity, Viasat, Elbit Systems of America. Incredible. And as you said, led by Raytheon at the top of the list. Other members of this generous team: Blueprints Lab, Curtis Process Consulting, Texas Research Alliance, the Intelligence Community, Cat Rock, Meritorious, 14BIS, AUSA, Audie Murphy Chapter, VIP, Hold Fast, the Cipher Brief, Mark Sanborn, and How to Lead. And our thanks to each and every one of them. Now, as far as the lineup that David referred to just a moment ago, we'll be starting shortly with the founder and CEO of Zoom, Eric Yuan. That's coming up at 10 o'clock Central. It'll be 11 o'clock Eastern. And then at 11 o'clock Central, 12 o'clock Eastern, 12 noon, high noon, we'll have a panel discussion. Trusted Capital and Defense Industry Investing, 12:30. We've planned a fireside chat with Greg Lehman from Blueprints Labs and Lieutenant General J.D. Johnson, U.S. Army retired, from Raytheon. And then a little later on this afternoon, Jim Raybuck from the National Security Innovation Network will host a panel discussion on defense and government funding opportunities. And then mid-afternoon, we've got Tyler Sweat from Second Front Systems. He will host a panel discussion on the new defense base. And then later on this afternoon, as we get ready to wrap things up, Capital Factory's Kevin Landtroop and Tam Brian Bates, that is, of GovWorks, will discuss public and private partnerships for your technology. And then we're going to wrap it up after that with a virtual happy hour hosted by the City of Frisco and Brigadier General Robert E. Guidry. So a busy day indeed coming up, David. Well done that you put all this together. That's fantastic. I just read it. You're the guy that's assembled this and gotten everybody involved here today.
Well, you can probably see some of the pictures up there. The folks that helped organize this, the leaders are a group of people. Major General Bo Young is our host. The guys that are heading up the committee are Graham Plaster and Jack Ryan, who we affectionately refer to, not that Jack Ryan. But look at him. He looks like that Jack Ryan, doesn't he?
Yeah, he kind of does. Yeah. I thought it was that Jack Ryan.
Okay, we're going to go with it's that Jack Ryan because that sounds even more fun, right?
Yeah, it sure does.
And a little port of order. So at 10 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, 9 o'clock time, that's when I think we're going to have keynote Eric Yuan, founder of.
Okay, I got the Eastern and the Central.
Yeah, this is always a challenge for us, but
right.
we try to go by Eastern.
My apologies.
And back off of that for all of our timings, but 9 o'clock our time. So this is a great lineup put together by a team of volunteers who do this because they believe that America should remain the strongest military, political, and economic power in the world. And so just a quick little background on the America's Future series. This is a non-political speaker series started 2010 with the support of T. Boone Pickens and Randall Stevenson and Ross Perot Sr. They really were the linchpins of being able to kick this off. They got us the chairmans of the Joint Chiefs and all these things that we've had. And over the years, they've enabled us to raise $6.5 million for various charities with these kinds of events. Not so much from the events make some money, but we've helped connect them with people who could make a difference. And those people have stepped up, like Randall Stevenson did, like Major General Joe Robles of USAA. USAA gave $1.5 million to Big Brothers Big Sisters after having gotten connected with them through this program. And so $6.5 million has been raised mostly in donations, et cetera, from people who thought that we need to come together in a non-political way and focus on issues that impact U.S. global competitiveness and national security. And those are the kinds of topics that we focus on and raise money and awareness for worthy causes. And the worthy cause that we're raising money for in this month through the various events that we're putting on within the constructs and the confines of the Joint Ethics Regs, because we've got a bunch of active duty flag and general officers, and you can't mix and mingle that, but through the programs that fit, we're trying to raise money for the Army Scholarship Foundation, led by Jeff and Rose Galt, our dear friends, who have for many, many years helped the children of our military be able to acquire a college education, many of whom are Gold Star kids. So we just salute Jeff and Rose out there. Appreciate the work you're doing, and we're glad that we can be a small support of what you're doing. And if you'd like to give directly to the Army Scholarship Foundation, you'll see some links on our website. You can go straight out to the Army Scholarship Foundation. They could use your help. This pandemic has caused, they were not able to do their normal fundraiser this year. So this is sort of a surrogate for them this year. So if you would help the Army Scholarship Foundation, we'd really appreciate that. These kids need your support. Getting a college education, especially in this world that we're in right now.
Well, I tell you what, you mentioned so many people that we've all come to know over the years, just some iconic individuals in the leadership world. But take it by yourself. Go look in the mirror, because were it not for you to continue America's Future Series as you have over the years since you had this vision and what have you, a decade plus ago. I mean, it's really super. I mean, it's incredible, David. So thank you. You're the reason we all gather here today.
So, without getting too misty about it, world moves into mysterious ways. I had a friend named Linky Seltzer, a very elderly lady who lost all of her money in the Sanford Ponzi scheme. She was taken for multi-millions of dollars by Mr. Sanford. And she reached out to me one time and she said, I can't give to big brothers, big sisters. She was big on mentoring. She'd been a big sister for many, many years, written books on this, et cetera, and been a big supporter. She said, maybe we could do a fundraiser. Could we get together? So we met with those folks, and this is how this got started. And one of their interns was the one that said, we're talking about America's future, our children. And so that's where the name came from, the America's Future Series.
I always wondered that. Interesting.
So we always wanted to talk about things that impact the future of America. And we thought that we needed to do this from a point of view that the business community could rally behind. What can they do? Because business people are practical. They want to see a difference. They want us to move the needle. And like we like to say here, we don't want to just move the needle. We'd like to break the needle off of the backsides of our near peers who are innovating faster than us. It's really important that the United States remain the strongest military, political, and economic power in the world, because if China or Iran or any of these other countries become that, it's kind of a bad day for freedom around the world, right? And so there are a group of people like Linky who cared about kids, who cared about the future, who've said, what do we need? We don't care what the topic is, but if it impacts the future of our nation and our children, we just need a forum for that. We don't have the answers, but we're smart enough to recognize those that do and bring them together and provide a forum. So that's what this is all about, is provide a foundation, a forum to connect people.
Let me ask you one quick question. All the things that you've been involved with over the years because of the America's Future Series, is there one thing that comes to mind that as you look back or you go to bed at night and you think to yourself, doggone it, we did it? Is there one thing that you're really proudest of as you look back? I mean, all the people that you've touched, all the people that have been involved with this with you.
I think the key thing has been inclusivity, if that's the right phrase. We've just tried to create an environment where everybody can come together. We don't care if you're the CEO of AT&T. We don't care if you're a school teacher or whatever. Everybody has a way to contribute, and our way of contributing, if we're the little drummer boy and our gift is something, it's being able to create a forum where people with solutions, we can all say that things need to be done different. America can be a better country. It could be a stronger, more noble, and more generous country. We believe in that. They still think it's the greatest country in the world.
Right.
And the only way to make it better is to bring people together with good ideas and talk about policies, talk about solutions, provide a forum for that rather than just complain. So this is a place to include everyone who has a solution and wants to make America a better place. And I think that's been the foundation. People are attracted to this. And by the way, we've added 30 volunteers since COVID hit.
Really?
Because of the bizarre blessing of COVID, this backwards world we're in. Video teleconferencing and being able to work with you, Murray, Justin, Doug, and all these other people and all these organizations, people are calling us every day saying, this is really great. I'd like to be included in that. How can I contribute? And they're not asking for any money. But we have added 30 volunteers since May 5th.
Good for you. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And again, that speaks volumes to what America's Future Series has become. So thumbs up to you, David.
Thank you, sir. You're very kind.
Well done. Well done. Well, you ready to get started?
Yes, sir. I don't know where we go next.
Well, I think
that's
the
why
mayor
I have you here.
I think the mayor of Frisco, Texas, is standing by. I think he has a little something he'd like to share with us as we get started. So let's go to a video that we have from the mayor of Texas, of Frisco, Texas, I might add, Mayor Jeff Cheney.
Hello everyone, welcome to America's Future Series events. I'm Jeff Cheney, Mayor of Frisco, America's fastest growing city. We're a modern, progressive city just north of DFW. With a globally diverse population of over 200,000 people, we're a city of high expectations. Home of the Dallas Cowboys, T-Mobile, the future PGA of America, and Keurig Dr. Pepper. Frisco is a top leader in sports innovation, emerging tech, and esports. Important to keeping athletes, soldiers, and military personnel healthy, fit, and safe. Frisco is a smart city, a leader in transportation mobility innovation, numerous pilot programs for AI, and partnerships with companies like FedEx, Drive AI, which is now Apple, Audi, Bell, Uber, and more. Frisco is proud to be a destination city for veterans, a great place to transition. We've created a Frisco Veterans Advisory Committee, creating a strong culture of social events, shared experiences, and shared resources for veterans and their families. As you know, military innovation has strong synergies with sports tech for human and health performance, but also with mobility tech and autonomous vehicles. To help grow those areas, this year, Frisco City Council set a clear vision to establish Frisco as a top city for venture capital. Hundreds of venture capitalists have already visited Frisco, and several VCs now call Frisco home. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about Frisco. We're happy to be a sponsor at this year's event and hope to see you live next year here at the event in Frisco. Please feel free to reach out to our Frisco Economic Development team to learn about how you can be part of our innovative community.
All right, our thanks to the good mayor. And that's a great way to get things started here on this Monday morning. Time now to welcome our official honorary host for America's Future Series Pitch Day. Please welcome General Bo Young. General, good morning. Happy Monday.
Hey, good morning. Back to you as well, Scott and David. It's great to be here, and I'm really looking forward to our event.
Well, I tell you what, before I welcome our co-chairs as well, can you just share with us a little information, kind of a little short bio of yourself, where you might be on this Monday morning, why you're involved with the America's Future Series, and just why you decided to be a part of what we're doing here for the next couple of days?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm currently in South Carolina, a pretty good place to be
Okay.
hold up the pandemic if you have to be somewhere. And I got associated with David and America's Future Series about a year ago when I got educated on what they were doing and the kind of events that they were putting on. And, I got inspired by the mission, which is to do what we can to keep America at the forefront, to create a more generous, prosperous America. And so that's how I got linked up with AFS. And prior to that, I spent 36 years in uniform, retired last year my last job was commanding the Army Reserve's Innovation Command, the 75th Innovation Command. And so in the context of that, I got to meet lots of great innovators, entrepreneurs, venture capitalists, and really get excited about the ecosystem and all that we're doing.
Well, having said all of that, we're most impressed, and I always am when I talk to people like you, but most importantly, thank you for your service. Over 3 decades. That's absolutely incredible. So we continue to thank those that keep us all out of harm's way every single day, wherever they might be around the world. But thank you, General. Really appreciate your service in years past, but for being a part of our program here for the next couple of days. I'm going to welcome a couple of folks that are going to be here along with us, our co-chairs today of the America's Future Series Joint Military Pitch Day, Graham Plaster and Jack Ryan, that we made note of earlier today. Gentlemen, welcome. Great to have you along on this Monday. Where might you be this morning?
Jack, you want to go first?
Yeah,
Whatever works best for you.
I'm based here, and this is Jack Ryan, based here in Austin, Texas. I've been involved with the defense innovation scene. Started off here in town, and as my conversations have expanded kind of across the country, I bumped into David here, and he gave me a little information about America's Future Series, and we saw kind of the alignment of our vision for the country, for the innovation sector, and we talked back and forth about a couple of different ideas for events, and we kind of landed here with the joint pitch event. And been fortunate enough to get to know Graham during this process, which has been fantastic. So no, we're looking forward to a great day. Got a lot of great people involved, and we're very excited.
And I'm actually calling in from Maryland, not too far from Washington, D.C., about half an hour outside of there and about a half an hour away from Annapolis. David and I met through LinkedIn, like so many connections nowadays, and I had been planning on putting a pitch event together in the D.C. area, and COVID threw a wrench in that. And I said, I'd love to help out with your event with America's Future Series. There's a lot of alignment with the mission and the community. And David said, well, how about you chair the committee to put this event together? And then Jack and I co-chaired it together, and it's been a fantastic journey over the last couple of months doing this. It's really come together in a unique and really special way. So I hope that everybody can really enjoy the content and the community that's come together today. My backdrop is actually a screenshot from the virtual house party that you guys would be able to kind of peruse today. So General Young, you can see your face on the screen back there. I screenshotted that on there just for fun.
Yeah.
And we'll see you around. If you have any tech problems, I'll be available. I've got a couple little fires to put out right now, but everything seems to be on track. So back to you guys.
Well, thank you very much. And again, as we thank the General, we thank both Graham and Jack for their continued support and in co-chairing this event here today. America's Future Series, they made note of the fact if there's some technical glitches or anything not the way you think it should be, all you've got to do is go to americasfutureseries.com, and I'm sure that you'll find the answers that are needed. Well, right now, I'm told that we've got a little video here from the good General, so if we can roll that video right now, we'll see what he has to say through the magic of videotape.
Hey investors, have you heard about the Joint Military Pitch Day sponsored by America's Future Series? Well, you need to join us. Hello, I'm retired Major General Bo Young, and I want to welcome you to America's Future Series Joint Military Pitch Day. This is one of 3 events we're having in October. The first was earlier this month, our wildly successful Space Innovation Day, headlined by Sir Richard Branson. And tomorrow, we have the Defense Innovation Summit. You will hear from leading voices in the defense innovation ecosystem, such as General Mike Murray. But today is Pitch Day, and we have 100 young, growing, and innovative companies, many featuring the latest enabling and emerging technologies, standing by to tell you about their companies, what makes them unique, and how they're going to change the defense and business landscape. We are also joined by some of the leading risk capital partners in America: venture capital, private equity, family offices, and prime contractors, many looking to make immediate and sizable investments in companies they think can win. We have some terrific panels set up. You'll be able to listen to leaders in DoD and the investment ecosystem talk about funding opportunities, public-private partnerships, defense investing, and more. Our keynote speaker is one of the world's foremost and successful entrepreneurs, Eric Yuan of Zoom. We have built-in breaks and networking sessions, time to review the pitches, talk to leaders of the company, and find new business partners. And we even have a virtual happy hour at the end of today to bring it all together. I want to thank our sponsors for their support, and in particular Raytheon for helping us bring this event to life. I'm proud to be hosting the event and proud to be associated with America's Future Series. AFS is a nonpartisan group bringing together speakers and events from around the country, all designed with one goal in mind: to build a stronger, more noble, and more generous America. And in today's environment, that should be something we can all get behind. So again, welcome. Thanks for investing your time with us. Today might just be that day that takes you and your company to the next level. So let's get started.
Well, you listen to the good general. It's understandable why he has that that name in front of his name, huh? General. Boy, he was something special. And again, we thank him for all of his service and all that he's done to bring this to fruition over the next couple of days. Let's go back to Jack and Graham and thank them for being the co-chairs of this event the next couple of days. And they've got some things they'd like to share with us all about Hospitality Suites and the Pitch Company presentations. Gentlemen, again, a giant thank you to you both. It's yours. Take it away.
All right. So basically, it should be pretty straightforward about how you participate in this event. But we have had a couple standard questions. One is, how do you get started? And you just go to americasfutureseries.com, and we have a drop-down menu under events. And you can see there that there is a link with all of the agenda and also links to all of the events for the day, including a 3D virtual house party, which I have a screenshot of behind me, and also links to all of the pitches that are pre-recorded by over 100 companies that are participating today. And we've organized those by what they're asking for. So some companies are asking for venture capital or angel investment or merger and acquisition opportunities. Some are asking for new contracting opportunities through partnerships or through tech scouts and government. So we hope you'll just peruse that throughout the day and see opportunities, contact those companies directly. And you'll notice that many of them have set up what we're calling hospitality suites, and they're open at different parts of the day or all day. And that's through a partner company called Wire, which is a secure teleconferencing platform. It's brand new, created by some of the innovators behind Skype. And you'll see, if you wander through the virtual house, on one of the TVs, a short interview that I did with the CEO of Wire. But as you get a chance to check out Wire and the hospitality suites, you'll get to do so one-on-one time today. Now, please note that after today, this 3D space will still be available, but the hospitality suites will not. So we'll keep this room, this house available for you to walk through and look at pitches and interact with stuff. But today is the only day you can do the hospitality suites. So there's some content throughout the day that's going to be streaming here on this Zoom channel, and a lot of content will be available after today in the 3D room. But please take advantage of all of that. Jack, you want to add anything?
Yeah, just we're looking forward to getting feedback from everybody after this event as well. Reach out to myself or Graham or anybody at America's Future Series. You know, we see this as being a running series in the future. So we're experimenting here. You know, we're trying something a little bit different with pitch days. You know, usually there's a general ask or a specific topic. We wanted to make this a more holistic event where we included more stakeholders. You know, we wanted those prime partnerships with prime contractors to maybe come out of this rather than just an ask for money, mergers and acquisitions, as Graham mentioned, the different levels of capital funding that we're trying to do. So we wanted to include companies from all different shapes and sizes, you know, that were interested in solving big national security problems. So feedback is going to be critical because we want to keep this ball rolling in the future and, you know, get some more great events. And I've seen the Space Roundtable we just had. We've got the Defense Innovation Summit coming tomorrow. So there's a lot of new ideas bubbling up, and your feedback is critical for us to make the next ones better.
We appreciate you, gentlemen. Fantastic work. So we're going to have a little break, right? Is a break next, because we're going to start with kick off our show a little bit with Eric Wan of Zoom. So do I have the program right, guys? What's next?
You do. That's exactly right. But we are going to take a little break, I think. Does that work, gentlemen?
Yeah, and let me explain the breaks a little bit. So we've planned today to have recess, more or less, between the scheduled panels and presentations, because we want you to be able to interact with each other. And the way that you can do this is by checking in at the various hospitality suites, having conversations with the companies that are pitching, but also feel free to leave comments in the chat room here. This Zoom room will stay open all day, and you'll be able to drop, you know, conversational, you know, pieces in the chat. And if you walk through the 3D house, you'll also notice a spot on the dining table in the kitchen where you can drop a business card if you want to take a screenshot of your business card and put it in there. or a link to your LinkedIn post.
I do want to say a quick thank you, Graham, for creating that. This is actually the house that Graham built. And
Yeah.
we're trying to make things a little bit more interesting.
Right.
It may be the wave of the future. If you can wander around in a 3D setting, explore, connect, be taken into another Zoom or hospitality suite through Wire. We're all really tired of Zoom meetings like this. We're not tired of Zoom. We appreciate Zoom. We would not probably have much of an economy right now if it wasn't groups like Zoom, but we do need to find a way to make it more interactive, more connected, and more interesting, because eventually we're going to throw a rock at our screens if we have to be in one more, sort of static meeting. And I won't call it a Zoom meeting, but teleconference meeting. So
Yeah,
thank you for
we-
putting that together.
We've got some Easter eggs hidden throughout the house as well to kind of incentivize exploration. So we get some funny things, kind of popped in different rooms. So definitely go check those out.
It's not Oprah Winfrey. There's no keys to a car, but it's some good stuff.
We got a couple laughs in there.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. So I think we're going to come back at 9:55 Eastern time. Just
Yes,
a
it
few
will
minutes
be.
before the hour.
That's exactly right. We'll get them both back. And Jack and Graham, thank you again. This is no small task to have to put together a 2-day event like you have done. So again, as our co-chairs, we thank you on behalf of David and myself. You've made it very easy. So thanks. And we're going to take a break till about 9:55 Eastern time, and we will return with Jack and Graham and a gentleman that happens to be the founder of this organization called Zoom that we speak of and that we're all a part of here on this Monday morning. So America's Future Series continues. We'll see you very shortly. 9:55 Eastern time.